Hey there, Cody. Decided I would show you what I do for my juicing. Starting off with this orange, I try to keep as much of the white as possible, and so I use this potato peeler to peel the orange so that as much of the white stuff remains, and that makes it healthier because there's a lot of good stuff in the white part, period. And there, that's pretty good. Mostly white. The rind is pretty bitter, so you want to get that off. And it only takes me about a minute to do this, so it's not bad. So, here's my collection of products. I got a couple of carrots. 3 carrots. I mean, this one's really tiny. Usually I just use 2. I got some pineapple, an apple, and an orange. And here is the juicer that I use for fruits. It's pretty beat up. It's been around for a long time. You can't even hardly see the label. But it's an auger, and this auger has dual blades right there to cut the juice, and it goes through this screen right here, and the juice comes out there and the waste comes out there. Like I said, this is kind of like a garbage disposal. It just takes stuff in, but I usually try to start with a carrot so that I can get the pulp coming through, and that just usually generally gets me a good flow. I don't like starting with something soft. So, just drop it on in. Kind of just takes it in on its own. There's some pulp coming through, barely. Now I'll add a couple of pineapples. Now you can see it coming through, and you can see the juice coming through. Now let me just start feeding in this orange, which is very difficult to do while I'm holding a phone. So give me a break. Don't beat me up too much here. You see I'm getting a pretty good amount of juice. It looks great. Getting a little bit of pulp, but my pulp isn't really coming through like I want. So I'm going to add more carrot, because I need to have this pulp be coming through, or else the machine starts to back up. That's one thing I don't like about this machine, is that if you don't start to get good flow, it can start to back up and kind of becomes a mess. So I'm just sort of adding some stuff so I can start to see some stuff come through, and there we go. Now we got some debris coming through. Got a little bit of extra juice there. I'll just dump that into the main, and boom, I got my stuff coming through. So let me keep adding more of the orange. Normally this is a much faster process, but like I said, holding the phone and doing it makes it a little bit more challenging. Let's see if I can back up here so you can kind of see things better. See, I'm getting a good amount of actual stuff coming through. The juice is starting to come through. Now let's add some more of these pineapples. I don't have much, but you can see it's moving through. I'm getting good flow. Let me add some apples. Sorry if this isn't the most perfect video, but I'm not a professional. Look at this amount of juice though. Amazing. Sometimes I need to use this guy just to tamper things down just a bit, just to keep it nice and flowing. I'm almost done. I'll add the rest of the pineapple in right now. Just dropping that in. Dropping that in. I'll add the rest of the apples. Just Dropping, dropping. Dropping on in. And I'm gonna need to push it down just a bit. Okay. And I'll add the last carrot. Just kind of drop that sucker in. Let it just kind of get in there. And that is it for the juice. Let me stir this up a bit. Let's look at it. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. That's about 24 ounces of juice, I'd say. And it was done pretty quickly. Also, I didn't really show the pulp, but there's the pulp. It's about that much pulp. And about that much juice. Alright, now cleanup for this guy is also a snap. I got everything sitting in the sink right now. This is the main compartment. Top. The scooper, I guess you'd call it. The screen. And the auger. Just going to take some water. I'll start with the top. Just kind of rinse some water down and through. It's really not hard. Now I'll take the auger and I'm just going to run some water down through the auger. Bottom. Dig in whatever little stuff is in there. Usually I'm going to use 2 hands, but today I only have 1, so that's okay. That's pretty clean. So I'll just drop that in here, my little holder. Now I'll do the screen. Again, what I do with the screen is I just use my fingers. Usually I use 2 hands. I just kind of rub one finger on the inside, one finger on the outside, and that just sort of cleans everything off really quick and easy. Let me pause this and clean that off, and I'll show you the end result. Alright, so this one's pretty clean. Perfect. I'm just going to drop it right on top of that. Now I'll go to this guy. Just kind of rinse it down and through. Yeah, that was easy. Drop that on top. And now this guy, just kind of rinse it on through. Same thing. Just kind of run some water through it. Let the water do its thing. Sometimes you need to kind of use this tool and push into it a little bit. Just to get whatever little blockage there going. But that's pretty much it. This thing is pretty much clean now. Okay, so I got that done. Just putting everything back. Sets in easy. And this stuff goes on top. Just line up the little circle with the circle. Boom, boom. Drop the auger in. And drop the top on. Now I'm ready to go for my next juice. And then I dump this and I drink that. It's beautiful. I'll show you the vegetable juicer next.